final year function lunch. Just take the opportunity in a very informal way to present you the new vintage of Henriot. I know it's, I've heard it's not always the best time in the year to do a little thing, but the problem is that the wine is ready and the lunch is now. And that comments the moment where we can show it. So I guess that we will go around as well in the trade, showing, sampling some of this wine. But I didn't want to miss the opportunity to present a vintage first, because it's been a long time since Henriot launched a vintage. Last time was years ago, probably I would say 4 or 5 years ago with vintage 98. So we are making a little jump there of 5 years between those two. Secondly, because obviously 2003 is a very special harvest, first to start with, and that I guess very few colleagues have made this vintage in Champagne. And also because we wanted to see how this wine was made, why it is interesting or not. You know that the philosophy of Henriot on vintages is very much to show typically what the vintage is about, more than showing the style of Henriot. I think it's something which is quite strong with us. And in the case of 2003, it's true that you're forced, whatever your philosophy is, to stick to what the harvest is, because you have no choice, because you don't have much Chardonnay. Chardonnay has been, I would say, literally boiled on the vine. So you do with what you have. You don't have much choices. And it's a bit foolish to make a vintage in 2003, given that, of course, in Champagne, the priority is about making more vintage. The category of vintage in Champagne has shrunk dramatically in the last 10 years. So we make vintages for fun. And in our shoes of Henriot, it's very normal for us to continue to make vintages because that's the history of the maison, I would say, and that's where the vinification becomes more wide, where freedom is more important. So our philosophy is very much to stick to the harvest. In this case, we thought it is I would say really, it's a vintage for vinificator or for winemaker vintage. It's a vintage where there is a challenge. You have no acidity, you have a lot of concentration of sugar. In general, in Champagne, it's exactly the opposite. And I guess the idea of showing you the Rosé 2002, more than showing you a rosé, which I think at Henriot is always a good aperitif rosé. We always like to start with rosé at Henriot. But 2002 is quite an opposite to 2003. The two extremes. So I guess it's interesting to try side by side a rosé dominated by Chardonnay, and even though we have put more Chardonnay in the blend, a white, a blanc, dominated by Pinot, which is unusual for Henriot. But again, we didn't have no choice. What you will see, though, in the blend is that we have pushed the Chardonnay more than before. All vintages from Henriot, and there are very few exceptions, the last one was 85, so it was a long time ago, are dominated by Pinot Noir in numbers, in proportion. In general, the blend is 55% Pinot Noir, 45% Chardonnay. You will see here we've got more Chardonnay. But the reason is very simple. We need to balance the lack of acidity, and the solution is Chardonnay Grand Cru, obviously. So I said it's quite the opposite to 2002. What you can see from this rosé is that it's quite typically dominated by Chardonnay. 2002 is quite an acidic year, and the Pinot Noir, which is present, is very small. In the first as red wine, so I think it's just 9% of the blend. And you can see by the color, and very much red wine in the blend. Also, it's quite salmon in the first place, and now after a few years, a bit fading. So just for the fans of technique, this wine is 55 Pinot Noir, 46 Chardonnay, 9% of red wine as Pinot Noir from Premier Cru Marais-sur-Aille. It's been discovered in 2007. It has spent 4 years and a half on the lease, which is not a lot for Henriot vintage, but rosé command less aging anyway than whites.